Hello, and welcome to the Roll4It Aftershow. And yeah, I have actually got the microphone on, so unlike the episode, we're going to start with a bang. Right, mostly
Just a
talking
bang.
episode. So it'll
Idea,
be
no bang. False advertising, no bang.
Talkie,
Zero
talkie,
talkie.
talkie.
We rolled.
Talkie.
That's better.
that's more of a boom.
I'd like slam the skull on my desk, but that would actually make a bang.
Okay.
Right, so because it's mostly little time has passed in game, etc., you get +1 requisition each for this. Shen, you have 2 left from last week, so you've got 3. Splat,
Nice.
your 1 counted with the with Captain Julius, so that count is yours.
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
Shall we requisition?
Yeah, what do you want?
I want some hot shot charge packs.
Surprise, surprise!
I know, right? It's been 3 weeks in a row I've tried to get more.
Welcome to my life.
So I guess we don't get any XP this time because we didn't do any killing or anything.
Did we get XP last time? Because I didn't put anything in the character sheet.
500.
Oh yeah, you got like 500 last time, and you also got 3 influence. That'll be important for when you start rolling.
Yep.
There was just 1 requisition. I'll probably go for an exterminator, but I'll just check if I can put a secret compartment in my leg because everyone keeps asking for that.
Just put a flame thing in your leg, you know?
If it
Just
was
one shot.
Shadowrun, you could. Shadowrun cyber limbs come with 5, 6 slots depending on the quality. You can put all kinds of shit in there. You can hide grenades in your legs. You can do all kinds of cool stuff. You can get like a big blade that comes out of your knee so that you can knee people in the chest with it. It stabs through them. You can do
Someone
all
was
kinds
saying
of
you should like get an exterminator on your leg, and I was like, that sounds so cool. Wait, no, you wear trousers. I was instantly realized this is the worst idea ever.
Where did his leg get cut off at? Is it up more towards the hip or is it
It's
down
very
lower?
towards the hip.
It's right at the hip.
Yeah.
Man, they almost got you in the junk, man. You got to thank the Emperor for that one.
No, I was thinking about this
Thankfully,
earlier,
the
and it's
jungle
gonna be
shave.
it's gonna be really awkward because like if you swing to the left, that's gonna be cold metal.
Yeah. You're going to have calluses
Well,
on
you
one
know
side
what?
of your dong.
At least your balls won't stick to your leg. It's fine.
That's true.
Good.
That's true.
Unless it's really cold.
You could get a
Yeah.
That's what you
Oh,
can do
God.
with your extra slots in your leg is you could get a little air conditioning system built in there that just goes on the side of your balls all day. Just keeps them nice and crisp. If they could detect wetness down there.
Just
can't
like
believe
a
this
one of
conversation
those
is
little
happening right
computer
now.
fans that just
I
blows
really
the
can't
air.
believe
Yeah.
this conversation is
And then
going
if
on.
it
Those are
senses
so
too-
loud and whiny, though.
But
Yeah,
wait,
get the-
what if like the hairs get stuck in the fan?
No.
Oh, God,
Hold
no.
on. You got to get
All right.
there's a little sensor that they put on the outside of hot water heaters that senses like too much humidity. And if that gets too high, it goes poof, and it just shoots talcum powder down there and just keep you nice and baby fresh.
This
Wow.
That's
this
too
is-
late, though. Once you're already
You gotta
humid,
look at
feel
this-
uncomfortable.
This conversation is
Brandon
actually
does not-
happening.
This is a
This
net
conversation
positive.
right now.
Welcome,
You
you
lost a
you
leg.
pay for this crap,
Alright,
guys.
E.
You pay for this crap on the Patreon.
E. Okay, rolling for scarce. Is that -10?
Scarce is a
Yes.
-10, yes.
Okay.
Rare is -20, very rare is -30. Extremely rare is -40, and near unique is -50.
Then
One
unique
of these
is
days.
GM's discretion or -60.
Yeah. Unique
Balls.
is crazy hard.
Is your influence even with the +3 just 24? 34.
Yeah, 34.
Okay, cool.
Hey, damn.
So close. Oh, I haven't got the dice logs up on screen. No one saw that one. There we go. So, oh,
Nope. I still got that one shot. One shot, baby.
What would you do if you had one shot for mom's spaghetti? Ba, 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 ba.
Go on then.
Ba, da, ba, 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 ba.
All right, I'm done with requisition. Who's up next?
Before I requisition something, could you tell me about the Splinter Rifle, just to refresh my memory on Toxic? Like with Toxic 2, if you wound someone, if you actually get through their armor,
they have to make a toughness
They
test
have
of
to-
minus
20.
10 times the negative, so -20. If they fail that, they then take 1d10 unresisted damage.
Right. So the 2 doesn't increase the damage they take, it just makes it harder for them to resist it. Gotcha. Okay. And rending type damage, that doesn't do anything particular, does it? There's no specific
Just a
special
different table.
thing. It's just a different table. Yeah, okay.
Oh wow,
Okay.
Bentham, you realize that toxic can be added to your chainsword.
Is it with the? I was reading a thing. Is it with the thing that Avak was getting?
What
Well,
I
thing?
think
Something.
you can put mono
know.
on it too. You can do all kinds of stuff with it.
Chains,
You're talking about something- I was-
Chainswords already have mono on them.
Oh, they already have mono.
Honestly, what I think they should have done is they should have gone, here's a lot of basic weapons. You can have mono upgrade, or chain upgrade, or power upgrade.
Yeah, that
And
would
that
have
would
been
be
good.
so much simpler. Whereas what they've done is they've gone, here's some basic weapons,
You could just have
here's some
chain
different power
anything.
weapons, here's a different chain weapon. And it's like some things are like you've got a two-handed chain axe, but a single-handed axe, but a single-handed power axe, and it's all weird.
Yeah.
They should have just gone with one upgrade system.
By the
So
way,
how-
with the... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Ben.
How,
You go.
how is it that I get toxic? What do I get for that?
It's called a tox dispenser, and it's rare, and it adds toxic 2. And you
Okay.
can use it 10 times before refilling the
Can
chamber.
it be added to a
So
chain weapon?
It says chain melee weapon or any low-tech weapon.
Oh, cool. Which book's that in? The core.
Cool.
I don't know. This is from that sheet you linked, yeah.
Oh, right.
Kitty.
Control for that. Makes sense.
Oh yeah.
While he's thinking on it, EE, what rarity is the poisoned blade?
It would probably be something like a -20, because you don't have any more toxins for it. Just because of the make, it makes it rarer, and the fact it comes with some toxins is a -20. Doesn't have a lot of uses, though. The splinter rifle, though, doesn't come with any more ammo, has a lot of ammo in it. So,
Right,
cool.
so that's -30.
Yeah.
The splinter rifle is very rare. The knife is rare.
Yeah. Honestly, the rifle, the knife itself is probably a lot more use to you because it's so like crazy good for the first few times you use it, and then the poison's gone.
Yeah, did
Knife.
did gifting my helmet and my knife to the Inquisitor do anything at all, or was it just a giant waste of resources?
In terms of like
Absolutely.
stats, he already likes you quite a bit in terms of influence.
Yeah,
but
I just wanted to know if it had any effect on the gameplay whatsoever.
I've made a note in terms
Hmm.
of his like to you. Put it that way.
Kind of like me. You're effectively going for Pia Ravan, whereas I'm going for Pia Mechanicus. So I'm doing a load of things that are generally going to be nice for the Mechanicus in hopes that someday down the road,
Yeah.
I'll cross some sort of threshold and I'll be like, you know what? You're good peoples, Carolinas. Good peoples.
I'm really
Doors are
hoping I
now
do
open
well
for you.
with like the double agent thing he asked. I'm hoping I do really well with that because that could be like the quickest step to interrogator for my guy, like, or at least throne agent or something like that.
Yeah, what's your influence?
Not good. I think it's 35 right now. It's getting better. It's
Got a
not as
little way
bad
to
as
go.
it was. Yeah.
All right. EE, I've tossed 250 XP towards getting 5 more intelligence. That's all I'm going to do.
Cool. In terms of
Bentham,
this session,
you decided
you
on-
did learn a few things, etc. So I will say you get 100 XP each.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Oh.
Thank you.
I
It's really good.
probably get something. So I had 100 spare already.
Okay. Because you
Yeah, I
did
think I'm
learn a
just
few
gonna-
things, you did work out a couple of small things. There were a couple of things you still missed, which I'm just like waiting to when you start going, oh. But you're getting there.
You know, Cassius is in a weird spot right now. I don't know what Cash, because he noticed the sigils that Ravon's putting on the walls, and he knows that when he uses sigils, it's definitely a bad thing. Like, it's not an encouraged thing.
Oh, well,
So
no. These sigils look different to the ones you got. You can spot any like similarities.
Like,
I will
completely?
use-
I thought that was just like a...
I'll use 100 points of that EXP to pick up Forbidden Knowledge Dark Elder.
It would just be Elder, actually.
Oh, just Elder. Fair enough.
I'm going to use
Um,
my 100 XP to pick up Scrutiny, level 1.
Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
I'm going to requisition an exterminator because it's common, so I'm very likely to get it.
Go for it. That's a plus
Man,
10?
Scrutiny is a level 1 skill for you. You so lucky. Oh, actually, no, it's a perception in general. Yeah, I get you.
No.
Oh, it takes
I failed to
perception.
get the exterminator.
Yeah, perception general. So it's
I can't take it then. I thought it took fellowship
Oh.
and general.
No.
Shit.
200 for you then
Yeah.
to get
That's
it.
I knew there had to be a reason why I hadn't taken scrutiny.
It's not a bad skill. Not a bad skill.
Instead, I'll go with command then. I don't have anything in command, and I've been using it a lot lately. So, and I can break people out of fear with it, which I didn't actually realize until like last session.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a nice, because I'm almost immune to fear. Basically, my willpower is getting so high now. Once I take Jade and a couple other things, I'm gonna be tough to scare. But
Don't worry,
without-
I'm just going
with
to slam down
command-
one of those demons that gives you like a minus 30 to fear.
Yeah, but then you'll wipe out the rest of the group. What are they gonna do just to defeat me?
I'll lose another leg.
But yeah, it'd be good if you had one person like me who's basically immune to fear, and then when you guys go into fear, I can be like, snap out of it by the Emperor's will! And
Yeah,
everybody's like, okay, we're good now.
Effectively, like, that is literally what command is, effectively, most of the time. It's meant to be the anti-fear throwdown.
We need to start grabbing more insecurity as well, because it's cheapest chips for me because I've got 2 aptitudes in it. But right, how's your? Did you manage to get your exterminator cartridge?
Nope,
thingamabob?
I missed by 9.
Oh,
Aw,
Target was 46 as well.
getting close.
that's
What about
really
you,
nice.
Splat? What are you going for?
I don't get any requisition. Mine got used up on the photo lenses. You know, chat, I will talk about it, though. Chat was really upset about that trade. They were, like, really, really upset with me. I was like, I felt like it was a pretty solid trade. Like, it's a thing that I'm now immune to flashes, darkness.
It's
like,
a good quality. I mean, rare, that would have been a bit shitty, but it was good quality, and you've not got much influence. So anything that's an auto success for you is a big thing.
yeah, it's a big win, and it was a very rare for a rare without a roll, which I felt was a pretty solid
Effectively,
exchange.
like, what's your influence right now?
35.
So
So
he'd
you'd
have
have
had
made a
a
minus
roll of
20, but with a plus 10. So you'd have had a 1 in 4 chance of getting that. And you'd have had to put up the, like, splinter rifle. Instead, you just got it on an auto.
It
Yeah.
sounds like a deal to me.
Well, if I knew there was a chance of failing and losing the rifle anyways without getting anything back, I wouldn't have done it in the
Well,
first place.
To be fair,
There
like,
isn't. You don't lose it if you don't get the
yeah,
thing.
you couldn't have got a
Oh.
plus if you had traded
I
for
thought that's what
anything
you said.
rarer. Like,
Yeah,
the only
yeah.
way to get a plus is to trade for something less rare, and you went for a rare when you had a very rare. That's the only way to get that plus. So,
I
Yeah.
think it's just because of the RP made it sound like you could have traded it for like 20 sets of
Yeah.
the items.
What do you want? So tell us what the photovisor does then, Splat.
Oh, the photovisor essentially makes me immune to darkness. As long as there's some level of low light, I now have dark vision, and then I'm also immune to flash grenades and like anything that impedes my vision, essentially. So if somebody tries to use glare or like a psychic spell, or yeah, I've got the contacts. I didn't get the visor. I got the contacts. I felt like the visor was too big of a bait for EE to shoot it off my face at some point with a critical fail, and so I just didn't take it. I was like, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to critically fail a parry at some point, and I'm going to get him just like chain
Splat.
sorted off my face.
you seem to be under the impression that you can't lose contact lenses.
Ah.
It is
I mean, I guess if
impossible
I
to lose
critically fail a
contacts.
perception or something.
It's
You critically
very
failed
hard for
deception.
contact to come
You
out
drop
of
the
your eye.
contacts in the dark, and you're like, where did they go? Where did they go? You spend the next
You don't-
hour going like this.
So bad.
You don't have any saline solution. You can't put them back in.
I did that one
too
time at
bad.
school. Oh, it sucked so much ass. Oh, it hurt so much.
Never make that mistake.
Right, well, I would like to roll using my Mechanicus contacts and trading the splinter rifle for a good cybernetic leg.
You may do so.
It starts out at, just so that people in chat know, starts out at scarce. My contacts drop it down by 2 levels, so it goes to common, and then, or no, it goes to something else and then common. So it basically goes to a 0 roll. I think that's right, isn't it? What's between them?
It doesn't work like that.
doesn't
So it's
it?
scarce,
Mhm.
but you want it good, so that makes it very rare.
Mhm.
You get a plus 20 bonus. It doesn't change the rarity, I think.
Right, okay. So,
It's
I
very
can't
rare for
increase
very
it.
rare, so you can't get bonus for splinter rifle, I'm afraid.
Okay, no man. Oh, I just keep the splinter rifle then.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention Cassius is totally gonna try and sneak some of those slugs off the planet, trade them for other stuff. It's gonna happen.
I mean, I'd be totally down if you wanted to throw in the poison blade at the same time, just to be like, if you chuck in a rare and
it's just a scarce versus it's scarce because it, ultimately because of my bonus, it's still only -10.
Yeah.
So there's no point in throwing away something that's very rare for that. I mean, I would have taken it if it was going to give me a +20, but
oh no.
And fingers crossed. Yes.
Nice.
3 versus 35.
Man.
There you go.
Good quality
leg.
right leg. So that increases the armor on my right leg to 8, which now means I've got 12 damage mitigation there, which is very nice. Plus,
Carolina's is always in
really
the front.
big things. 2 big things here. The good quality craftsmanship bionic leg grants the owner the sprint talent and adds +20 bonus to agility tests that he makes when attempting to jump or leap.
Is that
That's
a
just
pair
for
or
one.
just a single? Wow.
Nope,
Okay.
just
What's
one.
the pair do?
I don't know. It doesn't mention any additional thing. It either stacks the bonus, but I can't imagine it gives the sprint talent twice.
I can't imagine it give you a +40 bonus for.
No, exactly.
crazy.
I think it's just that if you've got one leg, you just favor that leg when you're doing things that, like, if you're leaping, you leap off that leg, for example. But that's what it says. Just for a good quality leg, you get the talent and you get the +20. So I'm just assuming that it doesn't stack if you get 2. The only reason to get a second one is for the awesome armor.
Yeah. It'll be something like if you sprint like too many times, I'll be like, well, your other leg's fatiguing or something. But until you get 2, then it'd be like, bleh. Just to make it slightly favorable, but they won't come in, like, it won't ever happen. Just how many times can you
I
use the
think the
sprint
thing
down?
with the jump and the leap is it's not the same as a handedness of a weapon. Like, you hold something in your left or your right hand, and that's just the way you do it. Whereas with the leg, it's like, I choose to jump from my left foot or from my right foot.
That makes sense.
It's interchangeable, so it makes sense that it would just have that one bonus, whereas if you've got both, then it's completely doesn't matter at that point.
I might say
Because
like
you've
something
got
like a vertical jump where you jump off both legs or something, then maybe it'd be like you'd want both legs, but for most jumps you just push off one as you're jumping forward, so...
All right, I shall add that in now. So where am I going to put that one down? Where do I put it in? Right, there we
I
are.
really wanted to blow open that door. Really
I
did.
know, we noticed.
Would have all died though. Would have gone wrong.
I just didn't understand when you start getting the fused Dark Elder device. I was like, what are they doing here? You can't even recognize it as a bomb. Let's get the bomb. What? I was so confused.
Made sense that Carolinus was able to, using his auger array after several days of looking at, like, the readings I'm getting for this kind of imply it might explode. It's got chemical active things, but how to turn the bloody thing on? I have no idea.
I said nothing about explosives in there. I was just like,
Oh,
there's,
I know. It was
stuff.
just this idea that, and it's got a power source and all of this kind of thing.
I guess I did say it could be on top
Anything
of a
can
torpedo.
explode if you try hard enough.
True. And now you've got to find your way into a penal world.
To steal some slugs and bring them back to the Emerald Tigress and sell them.
I'm not sure you want to be an Inquisitor so much.
Don't make
as a
that
rogue
noise
trader
ever
at this
again,
point.
E. Don't ever make that noise again. I went through my brain like someone scratching on a chalkboard.
Wait, really?
I'm gonna show up with just a goldfish
It
bag full
sounded
of them.
really high pitched, like.
It's fine for me.
No, don't do it.
Really?
It was fine through my headphones.
We found a way to control Avak. We can do whatever we want. Record the noise and hook it straight to his headphones.
No, you have to record the noise. Then you like use like little bits of it interspersed with like silence to try and do some sort of Morse code like binary. Then you play it into his head and you can control him.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
how
wondering
things work.
how is binary spoken between these guys? Like, do they both just open their mouth and then all of a sudden you hear like,
You hear like a static.
and that's it?
Yeah, I thought it just sounded like
That makes no sense. It'd probably be something similar to the Binars in Star Trek. They talked in a language that was effectively binary. It was just a lot of. It's just to them, the pauses that represented 0 were very audible, but to anyone else, it was just moving too fast for them to make any sense of it.
Yeah, but
I like to imagine you all sound like dial-up.
And you would come up with like You would come up with like the fastest noise you could humanly make, and you'd be like, okay, that's 1. Now we have binary that we can speak super fast.
Yeah, like it's meant to be like this kind of like really fast, like staticky sound that basically it's going so fast it sounds like static to most people.
The thing I'm trying to
understand
to dispel is this idea that it is the dial-up tone. Yeah. And it's not, because the dial-up tone was a lot of artificial stuff.
The dial-up tone would be
lots
too
of
slow
tone
as well.
changes and things like that.
Like effectively it'd be white noise.
Yeah. If to anyone else, it would literally be like they're making static noises at each other. Yeah. You can't recognize any discernible pattern. Like it's not like if someone was tapping out beep 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 beep. Like they're moving so fast, it's literally just a blur of sound.
Like there are a couple of people in like the entire universe maybe who can understand like unaugmented binary speak, but they're like, really, you can understand this? You are very special.
Jakiro probably could.
Jakiro probably could, let's be honest.
He did, didn't he? Didn't you try?
Yeah, he kind of communicated a little bit in binary.
Well, you like tapping stuff to him and he was tapping back. Like, you don't think you spoke on augmented binary to him.
We didn't speak binary to each other. It was more that they understood binary.
Yeah.
I need to find the sprint talent and note down what it does.
I'm currently like, okay, so we're going to a prison world. So do I want better stealth or survival or what was the other one? Sleight of hand.
I think all of those are going to be important.
I've got to pick one. I have a bit of stealth already.
Yeah, maybe not having so many gaps and people that can use tech use might be smart. Like, because right now we got to wait for Carolinas to do everything with that. I mean, you could also take social skills because you always got to wait for me to do social shit too. So I don't know.
It's one of those things. I mean, we're all designed. We've all got characters that excel in a very specific arena.
To be honest, a second social person would be great.
To be honest,
really would.
Social scrutiny.
I've got scrutiny. I don't have social
scrutiny. I've got scrutiny, but I never use it.
People just need to shout it more. Like, you had this whole section this time with Ravan.
Okay,
I was just waiting for you to
I'm going to write
like,
it down. I'm going to write it down. Shout scrutiny.
I don't like shouting things at people when I'm not a character that's there for it. It feels kind of cheaty. Like, you got this.
When you're all there and like Ravan was taking upstairs and then started giving you a bollocking and found that like, what the hell have you done up here? Like, I was expecting you all throughout the bit to start shouting at me like scrutiny, and I was like, where's the scrutiny shouts?
I think we all just forgot that scrutiny exists. We only use it when we're like looking at a thing.
I would never have thought to use it on Ravan at all.
And even after you'd mentioned it in the break, and I was like, okay, don't forget, use scrutiny. And then I had the whole conversation with Ravan, and I never used scrutiny.
Yeah. Sprint is actually a pretty nice talent. Honestly, looking at it, it's a tier 3 talent, but it's well balanced, I think. In that, if you've used it 2 turns in sequence, so the second time you do it, you automatically gain fatigue.
Yeah.
1 level of fatigue. So if you use it, and then the next round you use it again, 1 level of fatigue. And every time you do that, you gain a level of fatigue in sequence, which, I mean, we haven't really encountered fatigue, but I imagine that builds up pretty hard.
You're going to a planet where the outside is less than hospitable.
Being able to run is pretty good. The nice thing with that is if you use a full move action, you can gain an extra number of meters equal to your agility bonus, which for me is 3. But additionally, whenever you take the run action, you can double the normal distance. That's where sprint comes in. So that's actually quite a lot of distance for... Like if I have a look at Carolinas, what's his run?
I wouldn't worry about fatigue anyways, because I've got rejuvenate as a spell, so fatigue's not an issue for us.
Oh, nice.
I can wipe out fat chunks of fatigue with 1 cast.
Everyone's like, Cassius, we're really fatigued. And Cassius is like, don't worry, I got this. Cuts to 5 minutes later. Like, there is blood raining down from the sky. Like, like massive areas of water have been iced over. There's demons coming through portals. But you're all like, oh, yeah, it feels so good now, Cassius.
I have not rolled perils yet. I've been surprised with the amount that I use spells. I have not been punished for it at all.
The only perils I think has been rolled...
It was during the paint demon fight.
No, 2. Paint demon fight and the one where everyone got corruption on Row.
But that one wasn't my fault.
Paint demon one wasn't your fault.
Everything would have been fairly okay if it wasn't for those perils.
To be fair, demons...
Because it was still an evil sorceress lady.
I mean, you do realize that we're like 10 or something episodes in and we barely have any corruption?
Carolinas and Cassius exchange nervous glances.
I'm at about 10 right now. My corruption's... I mean, insanity is a bigger issue for me because every time I mind read somebody, there's a chance I'll gain insanity, and it stacks up quick.
I'm thinking the mind reading is going to be really helpful down on this prison place. If we can isolate people, we gotta be really vigilant about isolating people so you can mind read them and then mind wipe them. Just move on, get the information and go. Because if we ever have a place where we don't want to get stuck, it's going to be a prison world.
Yeah, I didn't like the cave idea. The cave that I checked that off in my head the instant he described it on the tablet. I was just like, there's no way out of here. They said they physically drop food into a hole for these people.
But now you know that's where it's happening. So we gotta go there.
Last time we went in a cave, it didn't go well. I mean, we came out alive, but I wouldn't want to be in a cave again.
Well, Garrett's britches were never the same.
It was just the first of a long series of Garrett running away.
I don't know.
How did you run away from the paint demon?
Written in feet or meters?
What?
They're meters, aren't they? Our movements are written in meters, is that right?
Meters, yeah.
Yeah, God. And the run is basically a full action. And that's all you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. So how far can you go?
And melees get a plus 20 against you, and range gets a minus 20 against you while you're running on a turn.
I can run 36 meters in a turn.
Wow.
And a turn is how many seconds?
6 seconds? 6 seconds?
6 seconds.
I thought it was 5.
Terrible.
Because I was going to say, because sprint doubles your speed. Is that what it was?
Yeah, your run speed. Also, your full move now counts as 3 meters, or your agility modifier further. So
yeah, that's
his full move is 9 meters. Is the same as a charge now.
So you are now an indestructible freight train. This is awesome.
Quite indestructible, but get in there, mate. Not too bad.
I mean, think of just like spear action. You just sprint into someone to kill them.
I do want to see like Carolinas basically be like, right, we need to get through this door, and you're like, I can't take you. I don't know. Carolinas just backs up 36 meters, runs at it, and at the very end of the run, just jumps a little bit in the air and tucks into a cannonball.
Well, he's got an awful lot of momentum. I mean, to be fair, if you're covering 36 meters in 6 seconds, that's actually quite a lot. That's a little. That's
about 6 meters per second.
6 meters
How much
per
do you
second.
weigh if you're made of metal that much?
Fast.
You probably weigh like 180 kilos?
Yeah, probably. To be fair, your legs are a large part of your weight. Like, there's a lot of weight in your legs. So he's now got one metal leg, which I would say is heavier than one metal arm. So I would say, around 200 kilos, something like that. Moving at 6 meters a second.
Okay, let's work this out.
Surely that's going to do a hell of a lot of damage to something.
When you initially said you were going for a leg, I'm like, oh, wow, you're going to get Brander a pair. So he's going to have 2 metal legs. No.
He hasn't asked for that. I mean, if he wants me to use my requisition rolls on it, I'm more than happy to try.
Brander intends to keep his limbs till someone takes
Maybe
them from him.
Maybe it's his birthday.
Well, that's the thing. You don't just get someone a cybernetic limb and go, hey, here you go. And they're like,
put a little ribbon on it.
Oh.
Thinking of you.
Yeah, you've got a lot of energy.
How much is he
the math is done. He comes back with a lot.
Well, I think it's 3.5 kilojoules.
Wow.
Because it's half mv squared, right? So your mass is 180, so half that, 90. Let's say 100 for purposes. V squared, so velocity is 6 meters per second, so square that, 36. 36 times 100 roughly, then deduct a bit because it's not 100, it's 90. It's about 3,500 kilojoules.
That's a reasonable amount to be suddenly imparting into a door.
Yeah. Said door will not
Mind
like that.
you, the whole downside to that is it's also being imparted back.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, the door takes half, you take half.
No. If
all the bits of you that aren't
you
cybernetic just sort of
that's true,
squelch.
yeah. If the door yields easily, then most of it has gone into the door. I might feel a little bit of it, but...
Worst case scenario is you take half the damage, the door takes half the damage.
Well, I mean, you just don't want to hit it with your body. Like, when you're coming up on the door, you've got to launch yourself into a drop kick, basically. So that your feet are first. So you've got your robo legs in the front, you just drop kick it like a wrestler.
Yeah, like, if you do that, then you focus the pressure just around your foot rather than around your entire body, so you can just hit it on the lock.
And the door would just flatten, and then I'd just be stood there. My foot is now stuck in the door, because it could take me a few minutes to just wedge it out from when it's just like buckled the metal around itself. But yeah.
See, I was kind of expecting you to say you did like the whole like equilibrium thing, like you dive in on the door goes across the floor, and then you like go do 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 do.
I don't use guns. No.
I'm
imagining with the
No. My flame. I'm just sliding in there.
To be fair, the flame goes out one way, but it's slowed down by the air, whereas you're going faster. Not sure.
Okay, I'm mostly made of metal. I don't care.
I'm imagining with the cannonball version.
Okay, I'm made of metal. I don't care.
I'm imagining with the cannonball of like you slam into it, it doesn't give way, and what all that is left is like cybernetic arms and legs embedded into the wall, and your mechadendrite pack, and the rest is just splattered.
Oh my god! Yeah, no, that's really cool. So I'll probably come up with a description of that, some sort of idea of how it looks, probably along the lines of his, again, because it's good quality. We'll probably go sort of along the lines of his arms. So like, maybe some sort of like, I don't know, like obvious kind of like spiral work with the calf muscle is and stuff like that, and like the shin section is kind of I don't know, maybe gilded or something. A nice knee with a spike on it.
Makes it really hard to wear trousers.
That's okay. I wear a robe.
Why would you need trousers with a metal leg?
I was gonna say, if he's replaced both of his legs, does that mean his dick's gone now too? Because if you get him cut off right there,
I hate to break this to you. Your dick's not attached to your leg.
kind of.
I mean,
It kind of goes to like the
in
corners
America,
right there.
it is, okay?
Am I the only one that's
think
thinking
right.
if you've got a spike on your knee and then you put a void suit on?
Well, you also know.
They
gotta
have to make
be
void suits for
retracting.
amputees, right?
Retracting knee spikes. That sounds awesome.
You don't get a knee spike. If you want to install one later on, you can, and I will totally let you use that as a
Knee
weapon.
spike later on.
We
What
just,
he
you just
needs-
get a deployable one, so it doesn't puncture your void suit.
Exactly.
This makes sense.
And even better, you could knee someone and then deploy the spike.
Yeah, so
But
it's like
the spike,
1-2
the
combo.
spike has to
First,
have like a
knock the
little.
wind out, then actually open your stomach up.
The spike has to have a miniature chainsword in it. Just go all up inside someone's groin or something. Just goodbye.
It was all completely reasonable up until the chainsaw knee.
What's wrong with that?
No, what you need, right, is like a chain that's embedded into like your lower leg and foot. And when you extend your foot like for like a roundhouse kick, the chain stretches between the end of your foot and your knee, and then and you just roundhouse kick them, but with a chainsaw.
Well, the whole shin could be replaced by the chain blade. It's just retracted, and as you say there, when you a certain extension of the leg, suddenly the blade kind of just displaces slightly, so now the chain
Pops out,
teeth
yeah.
are above the length of the thing. Though, this being said, I really strongly urge the rest of you, if you want, just ask me or ask Carolinas to requisition you some subdermal armor. It's not replacing a limb or anything like that. It's just basically installing armor plates under your skin.
Don't they look slightly obvious though?
Yeah, they like, they'd hold up their arm and it would just be this kind of outline of a plate. They're like subdermal implants now, like the silicon subdermal implants. But +2 armor everywhere that stacks with armor you're wearing.
Well, it's like one of those things where we're in a grimdark world anyways, where I don't think people would not expect it. Like in Shadowrun, when people see subdermal armor, they're like, holy shit, he's got dermal plating. You know he's up to no good. In this world, it's just like, oh, well, everybody's grimdark and shit, so...
Yeah, I don't think nobles
if you're
would do
in,
it.
like, the
You wouldn't
slums
see
of a
nobles
hive
running
world,
around
then
with
it
like
might-
massive plates of ceramite under their arms.
Maybe not, but Branda could totally go for that.
Branda
That
might
would
get
work.
that off.
Like Branda, let's be honest. You've got a leg that is now what armor?
Not
Have you
enough.
added the 2 armor for your leg yet?
Yeah, overall, my defense on that leg now is 9.
Yeah, you add
So
some.
it's like it's 3 from the armor I'm wearing, and then it's like 2 toughness
I like the
slash
fact
armor
Garrett's
or
like,
whatever.
oh,
from
not bad. Shen, you on 9 already, aren't you?
8.
8, okay.
Yeah.
He gets to like 4 from the. We keep forgetting that he is just wearing full like.
Metal plate.
Full
I'm
plate.
imagining
Feudal-
like medieval
feudal plate,
knight. armor.
Imagine what he'd be like if you had
Pretty much.
subdermal plates under that. An extra 2 on every body location.
I think the worst,
Imagine-
Oh,
Can
actually,
you imagine getting a dent in your subdermal plating though? That would just be the worst.
Oh.
it wouldn't dent though.
Yeah.
It's
That's really
ceramic. It would shatter.
shatter.
Ah, even
Wow,
worse.
that's even worse.
And you get like slivers that poke in.
I don't want it now.
Imagine how seriously legit there's just this veteran just sitting there after this crazy gunfight, just slowly pulling shards of ceramic plating out of his arm, just like nonplussed about it. It's like, okay, yeah, it was a bad idea to fight this guy. That was really, really dumb.
I'm pretty sure if you were
Really
like full on like just pulling like large shards out, then you're risking an infection of like the subdermal layer, which would just be bad.
And they know they've got a Carolinus. They never have to fear any infection.
Yeah, it's not like he's going.
That
corrupt or
said, but
anything.
Cassius with that like hypoxia like diagnosis.
And
That was so out of left field.
Cassius would totally be okay with the corruption anyway. It's like,
You know, frankly,
oh no,
I
I've
ran
got the
into that.
plague. I've got the plague. Oh well.
With sorcery, you can only get like most of the spells if you have like 15 or more corruption, and since I don't have 15 corruption, it killed like a huge number of the spells I could learn from the sorcery tree.
Oh no. Can you still learn spells, or can you not learn spells now you don't have that book?
Now that I don't have the book, I think I got like the one little infusion, and then I didn't take any spells. I just took the +1 to my Siren.
But it made you hungry for more. So now you got to find another book.
Carolinus learns it. You're a free thinking spirit just like him.
Apparently, the Inquisitor is too.
Full blood book. And you can learn all of the things from that. I was really tempted to go for checking that out towards the end of the session, but it was like, no, it's already gone on long enough. That can be something that we do.
I was really hoping to gain some insight into Ravon from the captain there, but just couldn't roll.
Oh man,
Well,
I was like, this is a roll situation. No.
I'm getting a good collection of forbidden lore now, though. Heretic, Warp, Demonology, and Eldar.
You're going the right way.
But like at this
I
point,
know
wouldn't
some
it have been
really
just
dodgy
cheaper
shit.
to take the talent that gives you all of them at level 1? Like, at what point does
Doesn't
that
apply to
become
forbidden
better?
Forbidden lore is never included in that. I have
Oh,
infused
okay.
knowledge. All common and scholastic lore, I know at level 1.
Oh, I thought there was one for forbidden too.
No. Alas, that would be a little bit too OP.
I bet if you start as a demon, you can have forbidden. Yeah.
If you start as a demon, you are forbidden lore.
Demons are pretty hardcore because they had unnatural for like every trait 4. So basically, they're just hardcore as shit.
I
And,
mean,
like, they're-
I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely a part of me that's thinking, oh yeah, maybe I should get that grown muscles, synth muscles,
What does that
and
do?
natural strength 4.
You're turning into Pug. You're slowly just replacing your humanity bit by
I'm just thinking.
piece by
I'm
piece.
thinking of you guys because I really want, like, my character can get some really amazing stuff for super cheap. Basically, all I need is that these characters want to have it. I think we've got it in there with Brando. Now he's got a mechanical leg. Now,
Are
where
you
it
gonna?
starts.
I think I'm
are
going
you
to start
gonna-
like running around with it and being, actually, this is better than a normal leg.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
but-
slowly, I'm gonna turn all the rest of you into Skitari.
It's
gonna be great.
Avak the paper salesman all over again.
Only this time, I'm actually selling you something that's useful.
Oh, come on, the paper was useful. We just didn't want it. We wanted something else.
And, it would've
I'm
been
not
so
going
good.
to cover my car in adhesive paint or an adhesive paper. I will get a
Can't hear
real
you.
paint job because I'm not broke.
You go back to the
Yeah.
Skyless one day and you just find post-it notes all over it.
God damn it. Pseudo's been here.
Literally, that's what it would say. Pseudo was here all across Sky Beast.
I think as though the moment you did re-entry, that it'll just burn away.
You know, I think that's like my biggest disappointment with DH so far is that there just aren't Psyker accessories. Like, they just don't exist. Like, Requisition, for the most part, like, on one hand, it's not that big of a loss when I don't get things because, like, I don't really need them. But, like, Psychers don't really have items or anything. Like, there's nothing I can really get that makes
You
Psyching
have the
better.
staff.
Yeah, but that doesn't do anything. Like, it's just a staff.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
It's just
there's no
stick.
real Psyker gear, though. Like, when you play Shadowrun, there's all kinds of stuff that mages can have to make themselves cast better and things like that. And they never really got around to writing a book for Psychers or anything. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
It's because like a
So-
lot of the psych attack and stuff in the 41st Millennium, there's not much of it, and that there is like really, really high tech or totally forbidden.
yeah.
That's the
It's
problem.
stuff like the hoods
gets
or whatever.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard to get.
The halos and shit.
Is there a way of getting like a special staff?
Like
You just get a staff
but
that-
it's like you'd have to work really hard at it, and it'd have to be probably good circumstance, especially with splat rolls.
yeah, you can totally get
Even-
a full
Well, I
staff.
mean,
It's just like -40 or something to get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which right now
it's-
means he can't even try to acquire it.
Just needs to roll like a -6. You'll be fine.
That's what if I can
You're a
find
sorcerer. You could do that now.
I'm hoping to convert his sword Anna Maria into a force blade at some point, but that's
That
probably
would-
way down the line.
Yeah, way down the line. It's just
Because that's the
force
kind of
weapons
shit
are
that,
just,
like-
amazing.
Yeah,
force
like that's the
weapons
kind
are
of shit that only like
really badass.
librarians have, though. Like
At that
nobody
point,
has
you
force
would
weapons.
be an absolute beast in combat. No joke. You would just
Because
be
they do like
over
30
the-
damage or something. Like they're crazy strong.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Mhm.
They add their willpower rating to penetration and to damage, and then does a bunch of other stuff too. Like if you parry, it destroys their weapon, and
It's something like
all kinds of
psi
shit.
rating or 2 times psi rating to pen and to damage, and bonuses to hit and crazy stuff. And you
What's
can
that,
focus
Phantom?
power to like make a test and blow stuff up.
We forgot to heal Garrett. He's still on -2 to the head.
No,
I said
it was like
everyone
2
healed.
weeks. It was 2 weeks.
Okay.
Carolinas would have taken care of him. In that much time, there's no amount of damage other than death the Carolinas wouldn't be able to put back. That's the nice
So
thing.
just
He's
imagining
getting
that, like,
really
this
good
whole
at
time-
Medicaid now. Really, really good. I need like 300 and I can get superior chirurgeon, and at that point, it's pretty much, you're never going to die. Even if you're on like yeah, because then even if you're critical, you're still treated as lightly wounded for my Medicaid rolls. And once I don't have to worry about you being in critical damage.
So basically,
Yeah,
because
that's
Carolinas
fine. Yeah,
can't
like
really
go
hit
for-
very much in combat, but he's a tank and he'll be healing you, you'll just be like in a firefight, like, oh my god, I'm so badly wounded, I'm gonna die. Carolinas just stomps forwards in the middle of the firefight, not in cover, and just heals you and goes, done, ting, ting, ting.
Pretty much.
I mean, I'd be like one of those things in the MOBA games that is basically just a deployable tank. Just walks along. Like, there was this one I used to play, Demigod. I'm basically turning into the giant tower Demigod. He was literally a tower, like an actual castle. The guy who built it died, and his soul inhabited the castle. And it just came to life every now and then and walked around. It was pretty cool.
That's probably a good place
You just
to...
need to
Lieutenant.
mount massive guns on you, and you can be a moving turret.
Provided
gun
he doesn't
emplacement.
shoot them, because he's got meh
Working
ballistic skill.
towards it.
Yeah, if you
Well,
want to
you're like a
Not terrible.
you're like
If you want
like a rideable tank. Brando sits on some seat in the back and just fires the like twin heavy bolters from your back.
if you want to get a mechadendrite that I can sit on and snipe from, that'd be great.
Well, the next mechadendra I'm going to get is either going to be the gripper one. Basically it's like an industrial pincer, effectively, for all intents and purposes, or the lasgun one.
To be honest, like, I didn't expect the gripper one would have come in so useful, but so many times in the last few episodes we've gone, a gripper would be really useful right now.
Yeah, I know that's the thing, is I didn't really think that's like, oh, how often am I going to need to pin myself to a gantry or something? But then there's been loads of times where it's like, actually, yeah, it kind of would have been super great.
Oh, grab someone or whatever. Like,
Also,
yeah.
the crazy thing is it supports like if you're trying to lift something, you're treated as 2 strength levels higher. How that works? Because it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter how strong my arms are. If my legs can't carry the weight, I'm going to buckle. But
In all fairness,
no.
though, your legs can carry a lot more than your arms can carry.
Well, at this point, my legs can carry a hell of a lot. I'll just lock my knee into the brace position. That will be quite cool.
Imagining
But
you,
there's
like
loads of things that I can
clamps
get.
come out your feet and lock into the ground.
Yeah, actually going all the way up from my heel through my calf and shin is this bolt. It's like this like piston fired bolt, and when I need to brace, it just ejects and burrows into the ground and holds me.
What
still.
like TV show or like film or anime is it where like people are wearing like mech suits and stuff, and then to fire like their main gun,
Every anime ever.
they like their boot drills like from the back of the heel like into the ground behind them to pin them to the ground so that they can fire?
Well, there's actually an RPG game that had something like that. I forget what they were called. I think it was Tunnels and Trolls,
Not the one.
something like that.
Oh. Anyway, we should probably wrap it up for tonight. Thank you very much for watching the Aftershow Patreon. As always,
Thank you very
amazing
much.
support. We're actually doing like D&D and crazy stuff that we really so glad. Thank you very much.
I'm super looking forward to that. Oh my lord!
So am I. It's gonna be so much fun. I just handed my my backstory and all my character description over to Splat, and he said it's all okay. So yay!
I wondered if my dwarf should have a northern accent.
Go for it. I think
Things
it
I
actually
used
really
to
helps
have
because
one
it
and
helps
got
people
rid of it.
differentiate when you're talking.
I'm going to use a comment from Doctor Who, where his companion said, why do you sound like you come from up north? And he said,
Exactly
well,
my
it's up
thinking.
north on other planets. It's like,
See, I
okay,
like an accent
well,
because
fair
that
enough.
way you can
I like
easily
that.
differentiate between when you're talking in character and out of character.
Yes.
That's the main thing for me. Yeah.
That's a really good thing.
That way I can be like, just be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 and then be like,
Anyway, so as I was saying,
and then suddenly it's like,
But see, that's not an accent.
it's totally an accent.
That's some crazy shit.
It's not an accent. It's a voice. You're putting on a voice.
It's an
rather than
accent
an
for my
accent.
goblin. Totally. Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Another really long after show, but hopefully you enjoyed it, even if there was some strange talk of dong talcum powder dispensers.
Let's not go back to EE. You know how easy it is to set them off again. Let's
Hey,
just
I'm not
forget that
mad.
episode and move on.
I'm hilarious. That shit was amazing.
You're gonna go on like Dragon's Den or whatever you call it in the US and just sell like 1 million of those.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
People hating.
till next time, just remember to roll for it.
Careful.